chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get off my chest.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of... I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This one complete to Lacey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Stafford. And that is incomplete here. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 31, Flacco. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now to Galladay on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Faking the give to Johnson, now it's Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. On 1st down, Stafford here. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Now Flacco. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Past the 20. There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, 49 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. Charles, 3-12-1 for them in 2019. Matt Patricia will be back for a 3rd year. They'll be picking 3rd in the draft, by the way. But this season really got off to a rocky start in Week 1. They had a lot of close losses, but that seems to be the storyline every year for Detroit.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because you mentioned Week 1 at Arizona. Big lead in the 4th quarter, ended up in a tie. Arizona walked away feeling like the tie was good. For Detroit, it was bad. but they picked themselves off the mat from that one and won their next two. They were 2-0-1 at home against Kansas City. Lost a close one, and as you noted, that was the pass.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. As Denver comes back out here offensively, this is a team, Charles, that finished the season 7-9. 1-4 their last 5 to get to that mark. Really what killed their chances was that 0-4 start to the season. A couple of those losses were really heartbreakers in the final seconds of the game.
And they were hurt by injuries as well because they lost two of their bigger, better players early in the season. Bradley Chubb, outside linebacker, defensive end, and Jawan James.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 41 yards on the ground. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? He completes this to Sutton. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now it's Lindsey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards. They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now it's Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
51 to my boy, 51.
A carry now for McKissick. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Here's Flacco. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Flacco looks to throw.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Flacco's throw there complete, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Flacco. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Throwing again on second down. Flacco gets it off to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A red zone first down for Flacco. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kenny Galladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. On second and 12, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Back to throw, Stafford. And Amendola with a catch. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Stafford on first down. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now a carry for Lindsey. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on second and 8. Flacco. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. Here's Flacco. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
He'll rifle this one deep. He's got it at the 15. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Taken in at the 11. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Set to start another drive, Joe Flacco and the Broncos. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Passing play, Flacco. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. 3rd and just 1, it's Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it's Flacco.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Here's Flacco, finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Flacco's throw taken in by Fant. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco, he's got this complete to Hamilton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. They'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Denver has the 1st down to play, going for 15 yards. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 5 now. Flacco. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Flacco.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
2nd down and goal. Flacco, this is caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Flacco, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stafford. This one complete to Lacey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Flacco from midfield.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.